Hello, this is me here with another commentary battle on Rome Total War. So here we go. I'm just deploying my troops, and I am in control of the Carthaginian army here. So here are my cavalry. 3 units of cavalry on the other side. The middle one is a general's bodyguard. The other two are just regular cavalry, and those are my Numidian mercenaries. They throw javelins, very deadly. And my units of archers are right there. So my general is an archer. Most people don't do that. They'd rather put them in a more stable unit, but lately my archers have been lasting right till the end of the battle, so it's been pretty good strategy thus far, as long as he doesn't directly target them. So I'm gonna hide them behind my phalanx, and I'm gonna put my cavalry down on either flank as well. So these are my upgraded phalanx men, and they are pretty deadly, I would say. Depending on what he has, he might be able to, I don't know, maybe beat them, but the only real way you could do that is by outmaneuvering them and flanking them, because these guys are pretty strong. So right now I've pretty much finished deploying my troops. I'm just waiting for him to start the battle here. So we'll wait here for a second, and there his army. So he is moving his pikemen forward, and behind that there are archers and 2 units of cavalry on either side. So this is going to be, it's actually a pretty fair fight. Both of our armies are extremely similar. So I'm going to move my pikemen forward a little bit and move my archers after that, try and get them in range here. So basically he's moving up. His army looks pretty solid, but as long as I can take out enough of his archers, my infantry should be able to handle his infantry. The only thing that really worries me is his cavalry. He's really outclassed me in that department. And you can see right there, he's moving 3 right up my right flank. So I'm gonna wait for a second. I'm not sure what he's trying to do there, but I've got my Numidian mercenaries on that side, so they should be able to open fire anytime now. And there they go. They're about to start with their javelins. You'll see that in a second. And there's my general's bodyguard right behind them. So he's just setting them up. He hasn't really committed to anything yet, but there go the hail of javelins. And that's forced him to commit. He's starting to move in now. I've got 2 more units coming in from the other side. I put 1 unit back over there because his heavy chariots are starting to move towards my infantry line, and that's not good. I've targeted his chariots with my archers with flaming arrows in hopes to rout them, but it's too late now. He's already moved, and he's hammering my infantry line right now. And as you can see, those chariots are deadly. Some people don't like to use them. They call them unfair. I say it's just a game, so whatever units you want to pick, you can pick, but as you can see right there, he just utterly destroyed that phalanx of units. And back to the cavalry battle over here. It's pretty decisively going in his favor, so I'm gonna need to do something pretty quickly here. I routed his chariots now, and I'm trying to get that phalanx back into formation to hopefully hammer his when they come. As you can see, he's overloading that left flank pretty hard with his infantry. So he's now got 1 unit behind my phalanx men back there, and they are going to start throwing javelins right at the back of my unit. So that phalanx, I consider it pretty much done at this point. It is surrounded by units right now, and it's getting hammered by javelins in the back, and pretty much just getting destroyed overall. So for right now, I'm just gonna, they're throwing their javelins as well, but they're definitely not doing very much damage. So my archers are still back here. They're still trying to hammer that unit down there and try and save that right flank. My 2 units of pikes that are free are kind of chasing these archers here and trying to just keep them off balance. And this is going to be the main fight over here, because one of my Carthaginian pikemen units has routed. So he's got 4 or 5 units over there, just pretty much able to destroy me. But over here, my other cavalry got in there in time, and they've routed all of his cavalry, so now I've pretty much won the cavalry battle at this point. And these are my Numidian mercenaries, and they are hammering with javelins right at the back there, as you can see. And if you do that enough times with these Numidian cavalry, it will cause a unit to rout. So they're trying to chase my cavalry, but they're never going to catch it, so it's a pretty good distraction. These Macedonian pikemen are now routing without even fighting, really. They've kind of just routed, so now I'm down to 3 units of pikemen, it looks like, and my cavalry, and of course my archers. So I'm moving another unit of pikemen over to that side to see what I can do, and these 2 units are still up here chasing these archers out of the battle here. So I really could have dispatched 1 unit back, but I really don't want them to get swarmed, so we're going to go back here and check out this part. A lot of my pikemen have routed, but I'm dispatching another unit to that area just to see. But as you can see, this right flank is getting utterly destroyed, so I'm going to move my men into position and see if I can hold off these guys long enough to roll in from the left. So I've got another unit of pikemen coming in from reserve, and my Numidian cavalry are coming in. They're throwing their javelins, so I'm going to try and isolate that unit and kill it, so it'll make my fight easier overall. So we've still got my archers there hitting that unit, and we have 1 unit routing from their side. So now I've got 2 units of pikemen, unit of Numidian cavalry, and of course my archers. And the Numidian cavalry have committed right there. They've just hammered into the backs of those units running away. So now I got 3 phalanxes over there, Numidian cavalry and archers, so this unit is pretty much history. So now that, oh, look at that carnage right there. Now that I've pretty much got this flank here, I can start rolling up more of my other units towards the front to try and keep his units routing here. And as you can see, most of his units are leaving at this point. I really didn't think I would be able to win that infantry battle on the side, but my Numidian cavalry and my archers really helped with that. So as you can see, these are all of his units. All but his archers are pretty much routing right now, and once my Numidian cavalry get in the middle of those archers, it's going to be a whole different story. So I'm sending my general's bodyguard to try and dispatch this unit, and they've successfully routed them, and they're going to go now to try and thin those numbers, and my Numidian cavalry are charging in at this unit as well as my general's bodyguard, so that unit of archers is pretty much dispatched. There's another one moving in, but they shouldn't be too much of a problem for my cavalry. So this battle is pretty much all but over at this point. He's got archers, and that's pretty much it left. So my phalanx men are still moving up with those other archers, and looks like he's gonna, yeah, looks like he's pretty much defeated at this point. My other horsemen have now come up and they're joining the battle, so pretty much all of the units of archers have now routed, and it's just a matter of mopping them up as they leave the battlefield. So this has been another Rome Total War battle by This Is Me, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out the game. There we go. I just killed his general, and it is pretty much over. There are more to come, more big money, more small money, so I'll see you